Crypto and Bitcoin allowed people to be their own bank. But what if you went a step further, also offering banking services like loans to other people in a decentralized manner and profit from it? Sounds interesting? Well, Decentralized Lending and Borrowing (LNB) protocols are an important piece and use case for DeFi. LNB is so important that the term DeFi is often used interchangeably with it, although it's just a share of what DeFi means. As we have seen before, non-EVM chains also have an important role to play here. After giving an overview of non-EVM DeFi in 2025 H1, let's now look at the protocols building lending and borrowing solutions on top of these chains. This is the second video of a DeFi series sponsored by XOXNO. I'll go on the premise that you have watched the previous video. If you haven't yet, do it now, then come back. Most of these protocols work more or less in the same way. Users can deposit or supply tokens in a smart contract for other users to come and borrow at a variable borrow APY. Borrowers later repay their loan plus interest accrued during their loan time, which generates a variable APY for the lenders. Each protocol has its own rules to define APY, but in general it works according to supply and demand dynamics. Stablecoins are usually the most demanded tokens for borrowing, which means they usually have the highest APY for suppliers. Investors can find APYs going from 4% and up to 25% in average, depending on the protocol's supply and demand for these tokens. Starting with Solana, we have Kamino as the leading LNB protocol, also offering liquidity and leverage solutions. It's SOL's third largest protocol by TVL, with $2.8 billion in total value locked and a 0.05 market cap/TVL for KMNO, the token. This indicator represents the ratio between a token's market cap and the protocol's TVL. Overall, the lower the better, and the more capital being used as the product for its market value, based on price. However, as I said before, all metrics must be taken with a grain of salt, and many things should be considered in tandem. For example, looking at the token's fully diluted value, FDV, but that's a topic for another video. Kamino is Solana's third largest protocol ranked by TVL. Differently from other chains, having DEXs as Sol's core use case for DeFi. It has accrued over $120 million in fees in 1 year and $30 million in revenue for the same period. Kamino is currently paying 4.38% APY for USDC deposits with over $29 million supplied. On Suilend is the network's leading protocol in TVL, with nearly $800 million and a similar market cap/TVL to Kamino of 0.05. Suilend's 1-year fees and revenue are $20 million and $90 million respectively. Besides Suilend, Scallop is another LNB protocol with over $100 million TVL, 0.12 related to its market cap, but a proportionally higher 1-year fee and revenue, with $11 million and nearly $40 million respectively. Suilend is currently paying 6.25% APY for USDC deposits with $66 million deposit and $58 million borrowed. Scallop is paying 6.77% with above 8% utilization of the 12 million supplied USDC. Near has Rhea Finance, previously known as Borrow Finance, now merged with Ref to become Rhea. The protocol is Near's leading representative by TVL, with $174 million locked and an impressive 0.02 market cap TVL, the best so far. Of this total, $134 million is for the lending protocol, while the rest is for the DEX. Rhea Finance is currently paying between 12% and 16% APY for USDC deposits, having over 57 million already deposited. The borrow rate is slightly above 8%, with 46 million of borrowed USDC. MultiversX has Hatom as the leading DeFi protocol, going with $59 million in total value locked and a 0.16 market cap TVL for the token ATM, the highest among the both. $31 million, nearly half of this TVL, is for the lending protocol, while the rest is distributed between other solutions. Hatom is currently paying 15% APY for USDC deposits and charging 8% from the borrowers, with a current liquidity of 600,000. Besides Hatom, this content sponsor XOXNO is getting ready to launch its lending and borrowing protocol now that Bernard is live. XOXNO has a TVL of $5 million, but is only considers the platform's liquidity staking for EGLD, as the LNB contract is not live on mainnet yet. If you enjoyed this content as much as I did, make sure to give it a like and share this around. Follow me on X and subscribe to my YouTube channel, both at Vini Barbosa BR. Also, don't you forget to follow our sponsor XOXNO and visit their website to try the upcoming new features at xoxno.com/DeFi. See ya!